Hey there, welcome and thanks for joining me. If you're new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing. And don't forget to click on that bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a big thumbs up and share with friends and family. So for today's tutorial, if you did the DIY we did on this channel with the 8x10 frames, and if you haven't seen that tutorial, I'll link it up here up above, but I ended up with a lot of glass. So I wanted to do a project with them. So what we're going to do is make a display case. Basically, I used fix-all glue and some tape. And what I did is I placed the tape along one of the 8x10 glass, and then the opposite one, I put a line down of the fix-all glue. I typically use E6000 for glass projects, but I wanted to try the fix-all glue for just to see if it worked as well as the E6000 on glass. Honestly, it does work, but it's a little bit messier than the E6000. It doesn't dry as clear, I guess you could say. So it kind of got messy, but it does work. So either you can use the fix-all glue from Dollar Tree or E6000, or even the glass bead glue. And I'll link all those glues down below in case you want to go ahead and order them through Amazon. But you can use either one. So I ended up using, like I said, the fix-all glue for this project. Basically, you're just going to put a tape down the bottom of one of the 8x10 glass, or whichever glass you choose to use. And then you're going to, on the opposite glass, add your glue down the line and then connect them together. So you just go ahead and put the tape down on the bottom and then just add your glass on top. And I'm doing this to both sides so I can just do it one at one shot. After I made this one, I went ahead and made a smaller one that I had some leftover glass of the 5x7s. So I went in ahead and did two of them. But it looks really pretty just one, or you can cluster them like I did and make two of them. So go ahead and start gluing your other two glasses to the ends of the two glasses that you already put together. Let me know down below what you're going to use your display case for. I know what I'm going to use it for is for candles, basically year round. But right now I have it with some of the Dollar Tree glass pumpkins and some stringing lights, which I love the way they look. They're so glamorous to me. So when I made this case, that's exactly what I thought of adding on to it right now, were those glass pumpkins. And I know for Christmas, I'll probably end up putting some Christmas lights in here and maybe candles, or see what Dollar Tree comes up with this year of some glam Christmas ornaments or something. So you just go ahead and continue adding your glass and tape. Another thing, if you have the smaller like gift wrapping clear tape, I would recommend use that too, just so you won't see the wrapping, the wrapping tape that I used. I know some people have told me that super glue, the glass and bead super glue, works really good for these kind of projects. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you use that one. I might just go ahead and run up to the store and grab some and see for my next project, use that one to see which one works best. But if you guys have used it already, let me know in the comments down below if it does work. I don't know which brand, but I know they say that it says glass and bead super glue on it. But again, let me know in the comments down below if you guys have used that one as well. So once you've glued all 4 of your glass picture glasses together, just go ahead and start making your box. And I was careful with it just because it wasn't dry yet, and I didn't want to make sure it didn't fall apart. So once it's all completely dry, which I recommend if you're going to use a fix-all glue, at least a good 5 hours before you start moving around and going to your next steps. So go ahead and grab your case box, and what I did was just try to remove as much of the tape as possible because I did use the bigger packing tape. So I went ahead and did that, and then I grabbed one of the pictures that they have at Dollar Tree right now. It's all wood. It's one of these that says Dreamy, and it's like a unicorn style type. I liked it because it was all wood and sturdy. So I grabbed one of those, removed the back of the hook, and then spray painted it silver. And let that set that aside and allowed it to dry. While it was drying, I grabbed these little washi tapes that they have at Dollar Tree. There's, I believe there's 7 in a package. And I ended up deciding to use a black one and like a silvery gold glittery type tape. And what I did was basically this black tape, even if you have electrical tape, you could use electrical tape. It would just be a bigger line, I guess you could say. And I ended up doing this because of the fix-all glue, how it dried up. And I wanted to try to cover that. So what I did was I added the tape to the corner of each one of my corner of the box, and then just folded it to either side like so. And I did that to all 4 corners. And I just went ahead and made sure I rubbed it really, really good down so it could stay nice and secure. If you don't feel comfortable, you want to add some kind of glue, go ahead and do so to make sure it stays nice and secure. And that's one thing. I ended up using all black tapes that I found at Dollar Tree, but a lot of these come in different colors, so you can customize this to any color you'd like, or that would match your display, or even you can use this as a centerpiece and make it for a wedding with white. It would be really pretty too. So I had some of this tape. I guess it was from scrapbooking, but I know it was from Dollar Tree. And I know they still have some different kind of styles, but I ended up using this one that I had on hand, which was the black lacy type. And I ended up cutting it to the size of my frame, and then just ran it down right next to the smaller black tape that we put on the corners. And I did it to all of my corners, so I ended up having to use 8 pieces of this tape. And 1 roll, I had enough with 1 roll. So you could go ahead and just continue adding your tape to your lace tape to each corner. And again, if you don't feel comfortable just taping it onto your glass, go ahead and add some kind of permanent glue to the tape or the glass, just a little dab here and there, just to make sure it's secure and for you to feel comfortable if you're not comfortable with just rubbing it on as is. So this is how it looks, and then I'm going to continue to add it to all of my corners. And like I said, I did it to all of the corners on both sides of the corners, so I ended up using 8 strips of this tape. And that's basically how it's going to look when you add it all to all of your corners, like so. And once I was done with that, of course, you can leave it as is, but I wanted to add that strip of the glittery gold silver toned tape that it came in that package as well. So what I decided to do was add it on right on top of my lace tape. So I ended up using 8 strips of this tape as well. And I just placed it right on top of the lace, on the edge of the lace tape and the smaller black tape, so you wouldn't see the line of both of those tapes where it actually where they were connected together. And again, you only need to use one of these rolls. I actually had a little bit extra left over, so there's quite a bit on these tapes, and it's quite a good deal for 7 of them in one package. And I know they usually have them for every holiday. They typically come out with different styles and designs on them for each holiday. At least I know I've seen them at my local Dollar Tree. So if you're not comfortable the way you placed it, just go ahead and remove it until you're comfortable, and then just rub it down to make sure it stays nice and secure. And just continue to do that to all of your corners. And this is how it looks all complete. So that's all I'm going to be doing to my display case. Of course, you can add more. You can even add mirrors to the center. There's quite a few different options. But once you're done with your display case and you're happy, go ahead and get your bottom stand. And what I ended up using was 4 of these square mirrors from Dollar Tree. Now I know on Amazon I've ordered, and also like Hobby Lobby and Michael's, they have the larger glass mirrors that you can just purchase, and it's basically a few dollars. So it kind of runs the same as getting 4 of these. But if you don't want to see the tile style like I have here, I would recommend you go ahead and going and using maybe like a Michael's coupon and picking up one of the solid square mirrors. But I used what I had, so I had these square mirrors from Dollar Tree, and I didn't mind the tile style of it, so I went ahead and removed the back little foams that they have on here on the mirrors, and then I added some Fix-All glue and hot glue to secure it to my frame. And just be generous with your Fix-All glue or any kind of permanent glue you use for mirrors. And I didn't even bother to remove the sticker because you're not going to see it. So just go ahead and add your hot glue and then flip it over. Line it back up once you know where it's going to be, and then just continue to do that to all of your 4 mirrors. Those little foamy things were quite sticky. They wouldn't come off my fingers. But go ahead and add your glue and then your hot glue. And basically this the hot glue secures your mirrors right away, so you can move it around. You really don't have to set it aside to allow it to dry for any moment of time. You can basically just use it right away. So go ahead and do that, and then make sure you Windex and clean everything for any of the strings of the glue or anything. And then once you're done Windexing and cleaning both your mirrors and display case, what I used was a permanent black marker to line the top of my case, just like this. And you don't have to do it with a permanent marker. You can do it with some more tape if you like. But I didn't want to add any more tape, so I went ahead and just did a permanent marker just so you could see the lining of your display case on top. And once you're done adding, if you choose to use permanent marker like I did, just allow it to dry before you actually touch the rim of your display case, because the permanent marker will rub off if you don't allow it to dry. So there you have it, your case. And this is the way I'm displaying mine right now, with the glass pumpkins and some LED string lights. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. Bye.